Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and this is the Riese Muller GT Rohloff, and I'm going to walk you through its key specifications. And this particular model features some excellent tech, so it really is the bells and whistles of e-bikes because it's carrying a lot of Bosch's latest tech, and it features the Rohloff gearing, which is now paired with the Bosch Smart System. And as a platform, the Charger has always been an excellent touring bike. It's a great about-town bike for someone who likes that sportier ride feel. This one really is equipped for long-distance touring, and it's got some phenomenal gear on it. So let's walk through what it has got on it, and then what we'll step through at the end is all the different configuration options you can have with the Charger4. So the Charger4 itself is the fourth iteration of a platform which has been in existence for quite a few years now, and it's just gotten better and better, but it's always been a really popular platform because it's sporty to ride, comfortable, and it really appeals to those who sort of like the hardtail mountain bike style of riding, but fully equipped and much more versatile in terms of what you can do with it. So touring, carrying gear, pleasure riding, all sorts of gear. This one, as I said, is really equipped for long distance touring, and with the Rohloff gearing and the excellent Bosch tech that's on here, and you can see it's also equipped with off-road gear as well. This is really aimed at someone who's looking to go long distance touring, handle some fairly tricky terrain under their tyres, but also, you know, you can still ride it around town and enjoy it as well. So let's walk through what it's got on it. There's quite a bit of kit on this bike. So as I said, bells and whistles. This Charger4 version is a GT version. So what that means is it rolls on a 27.5-inch wheel set. These are roadie trip rims, so they're mountain bike strength rims. And in this particular case, this is configured with the GX package, so that's the off-road package, which means it's got Johnny Watts tyres. These are not a super aggressive off-road tyre, they're a good all-rounder, but this bike really is intended to ride on rougher terrain. Your rougher rail trails, your more exploratory riding. Having said that, the tread pattern is not so aggressive that it doesn't roll well on tarmac as well. So this really is a multi-purpose bike, and particularly if you're going to be touring and you're going to be sort of taking those dirt roads versus, you know, the links and onto the between the bitumen, this is a great option for that. The tyres themselves are quite wide. It's a 2.35-inch wide tyre. Even on the non-GX version, it's a wide tyre, so you've got lots of air, lots of traction, comfort and traction with both of the options, depending on whether you go with the GX or the non-GX. So if you have a look here, there's a lot going on here. You've got your GX fork, which is an air suspension fork. This is 100 mil of travel, so again, expecting you to be doing more aggressive off-road terrain. The air suspension giving you the option to tune those forks for your rider weight and what you're carrying on your bike to give you that sort of that smoother rebound. And then let's have a look at the ABS braking. So this bike is equipped with ABS braking, brand new from Bosch this year. Very, very exciting. A great option for the more safety conscious riders, or the riders who are expecting to be doing quite significant speeds, for example, coming downhill and just wanting the confidence of being able to pull up without skidding and losing control. A great option if you are going to be quite loaded up for touring. So they look gorgeous, but from a performance perspective as well, combined with the hydraulics, it's a really, really awesome braking experience. On this particular bike, we've put the front carrier on. This is a rack that Riese Muller produce, and you can see that the front light is relocated out to the front, so you get really great visibility. This is a supernova light, and you've got the option of, with this particular light, you've got high and low beam as well. So again, thinking about touring, you may or may not be getting in at the times that you expect to. You've got the option of riding in the dark as well. Really, really bright lights. It's a great option. With this particular lighting set, you've also got a brake light. So let's look at the cockpit of the bike. We have the Riese Muller cockpit. This is a custom cockpit. Integrates all your wiring in through here, so it keeps it nice and clean. Really handy feature is that this is adjustable, so you are able to adjust how tall you're sitting on the bike, or whether you want it to be like quite flat and sporty. Awesome to be able to do this because it's really important for your comfort, obviously, for long distance touring. As you can see, you've got the quite sporty handlebars. They're nice and wide. You've got the ergon grips, and everything here is ergonomically placed. It runs the Bosch Smart System. This is the Bosch CX motor, so the strongest of the Bosch motors. 85 Newton meters of torque. Really very punchy uphill. It's fantastic. A really great option if you're going to be loaded up as well and planning to do sort of that hillier terrain. So this is the Bosch Smart System, and this particular bike is equipped with the Bosch CX 300 display. You've got quite a bit of information here just at your fingertips with your Bosch LED remote and your display. So you can see your ABS indicator light is on. That's telling you your ABS lights are working. You've got your Bosch mode, so it's a CX motor. You've got Sport, which you can also program to be EMTB if you prefer. With the CX 300 display, of course, you can use the smartphone grip as well, just an easy plug and replace, and you can mount your phone there if you prefer to have that versus the actual display. And of course, all this is paired with the Bosch EBike Flow app. So coming back to this cockpit and what you've got on your handlebars here, you've got this button here is your high and low beam controller. Literally just a press of the button, and you can see how much brighter that is. So one thing we haven't talked about, so we've talked about the braking. The other really great feature of this bike, and one of the reasons why I call it the bells and whistles, is because it's got the Rohloff gearing. So Rohloff, this is the electronic gearing, 14 speed, one of the best gearing systems you can get in the world. Lightning fast shift, the ability to auto downshift, set what gear you want it to auto shift down to. And just really, really easy to use because up here, it's just a press of the button. And if you hold it, you get 3 shifts, up or down. So it's a great high-performance gearing system, and it's a gearing system for people who really love the best. So moving down the bike, this is the crossbar. So the Charger4 is the crossbar version. You can also get this in a mixty frame as well with the lower crossbar, bit more clearance with your top tube. So if we look at this frame, you can see it's very sturdy. It's a beautiful bike to ride. It handles really, really nicely. Supreme quality, as you'd expect from Riese Muller. And as I mentioned before, this is powered by the Bosch CX motor, so the strongest of the Bosch motors. So another bells and whistles feature, this has got the Bosch Powermore, and again, this is the first that we've seen of it, and I think it's probably the first bike in the country that's got it. It's something we've been waiting for quite a long time, and it's allowing Bosch and Bosch e-bikes to move into more modular battery configurations. So in this particular case, the Charger4 comes standard with a massive big 750 watt-hour battery, and you can see that that's mounted into the tube here. Now, this is a removable battery. You can take it out to charge it if you need to. But in this case, we've also mounted the Bosch Powermore, and this is a 250 watt-hour range extender. So this bike has 1,000 watt-hour capacity, so very, very long range. Very simple to operate. You mount it together when you're going to use it and just plug it into the charge port here. Also, if you don't need the extra capacity or you want to lighten your bike up a little bit, this is very easily removable too. So it's a great feature and saves you carrying extra weight if you don't need it. A feature of the GT Charger4s is they come with a Thudbuster seat post. This is one of the top range suspension seat posts. Again, going back to sort of the purpose of this bike as a multi-terrain, more aggressive off-road tourer, this gives you heaps of comfort. If you're going to be sitting in that saddle for hours at a time, sometimes days on end, It's just that extra bit of comfort. Save you back a little bit, and pair that with the geometry settings that you can do. You've got a really, really comfortable bike. In this case, we've got the additional lock. That's one of the configuration options that Riese Muller provide. That's a pouch to carry your lock. A lot of our customers will carry their spares in there, tubes and just sort of on-the-road repairs. And that lock works with this frame lock, which comes standard with the bike as well. So it's an ABIS lock, which just clamps your rear wheel, stops somebody from walking off with your bike. Last but not least, we've got this heavy-duty rear rack. It comes with this rubber tie-down, which just clips onto the rack, so you can neatly just put something underneath it and tie it down quickly. This is a MIC HD rack, so it's a 27-kilo rated rack. And what is nice about it is, apart from the fact, as well as the fact that you've got plug-and-play accessories, so any MIC accessory can just plug into this, baskets, panniers, top bags. You can really load this bike up if you are going to be using it for touring, not even just touring, getting your shopping. But you can carry a child on the back as well with that MIC HD rack. This rear wheel, you can see all the wonderful technology that comes with Rohloff and with ABS. And then you can see the Rohloff and the carbon belt drive. Carbon belt drive, fantastic option for touring as well. Very, very long lasting, very durable. Takes that worry of chains snapping or chains dropping. And of course, because you've got your gears in this rear hub, you don't have any of the extra components that go with like derailleurs and cluster as well. So low maintenance, but with the Rohloff, very, very high performance as well. Very efficient from a climbing perspective, particularly because you've got those that really wide spread of gears, the 520-degree range of gears. This bike is configured to be the ultimate in touring bikes. It's low maintenance, very high performance, comfortable, very adaptable. With Riese Muller and the ability to be able to configure different bikes, you can really configure this bike to do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be this heavy-duty on and off-road long-distance charger. If you jump onto Riese Muller's website, you can see there's 9 different options for the Charger4, and of course you've got the Charger4 Mixty as well to offer you the different frame style. The first 3 are what they call the Core Select. They're standard, they're just fixed configurations. What you're choosing between is how much on and off-road capacity you want. So they're your GT models, they're more heavy duty, or just your straight Charger4 models, they're a bit more urban oriented. And then you're choosing between gearing options. So from a derailleur gearing set to a Vario gearing set. So if you prefer your belt drive, but you're not really looking for that top end performance, or you want to make it a bit more economical, then look at your Vario options. There's also the automatic, which is an automatic Vario option. So Enviolo automatic is your gearing there. And then, of course, you've got the Rohloff, which is this one here. So if you were to go into configuring your Riese Müller Charger4 GT Rohloff, you've got a number of choices to make on the way through just to get the exact bike that you want. Your first 2 choices are probably quite easy for you. You've got colour choice. So this is the matte black. You've also got the option of the petrol blue, and there's a new colour choice this year, which is the dark red. And secondly, then you've got your frame choice. You've got 4 different frame sizes, from 46 to 49, 53 and 56. And if you have a look on Riese Muller's website with those size choices, it gives you an indication of what it recommends in terms of your height and for suitability. Your next choice is around what display you want. In this particular option, we've opted for the Kiox 300, which is an upgrade. The bike comes standard with an Intuvia 100. As I said, you can choose. And then your next choice is your battery. So it comes standard with a 750 watt-hour battery. And in this case, we have opted to add the range extender, the 250 watt-hour extra capacity. This will become available as an aftermarket option. If at some point you decide you opt for the 750 thinking you might have enough, then you decide you might want to add an extra 250 at some point. It's an aftermarket option too. Okay, so once you've decided what battery size you want, you've got what they call a comfort kit option. This is a standard, so this is the sportier option. Comfort kit comes with curved handlebars and a slightly wider saddle for somebody who really is probably going to be sitting more upright when they ride, or they need a more upright position. Once you've chosen your comfort kit option, then next you've got your equipment choice. And for equipment choice, that really is, do you want it to be off-road or urban oriented? Standard is the Supermoto X tyres, so an urban tread. We've opted for the Johnny Watts in this case, which is the GX package, so more off-road capacity. So your next option is around whether you want ABS braking or not. And this needs to be done at factory. It can't be an aftermarket option. If you opt for the standard brakes, you've got Magura MT4, MT5 combination, very, very good high-performance brake. If you opt for the ABS braking, it's the specific Magura ABS braking, which is what you can see on the bike here. And then again, from a further equipment perspective, you've got the front carrier option. We've opted for the standard front carrier here. You don't have to have that front carrier, and if you don't have that front carrier, the light is located at the front of the bike here. You've also got the option for a front carrier with a bag, and it's a Riese Muller designed and made front bag, which fits very, very nicely on the front there. 5 litre capacity, a good option if you wanted a handy, quick place to put your valuables, the things you need to access quickly while you're riding. Quite a popular option. Lastly, but not leastly, you've got the choice of whether you want the extra chain lock or not. And if you opt for the extra chain lock, you get the bag and the lock that fits into there. And of course, that plugs into the frame lock there, and you can tie it to something as well, just a bit of extra security. So if you want the ultimate in security, you've got your cafe lock, which comes with the bike. You can opt for your additional chain lock, and then you've got your Bosch Connect module, which is something that you would request install and that we could install when we're building your bike up for you. So there you have it. What I think is one of the ultimates in touring bikes. Great range, great performance, great comfort. If you are interested in trying any of these bikes, we have a test ride version of the Charger4 at the store, and we also have the Mixty as well in various gearing configurations as well. Very happy to talk you through the pros and cons and our own experiences with them as well. Please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can book a test ride directly through our website, give us a call, send us a message through our website, and we'd be very happy to help you.